One of the most dramatic breakthroughs in safety for cars is see A.J. Foyt's car, who is totally destroyed. The whole right side is gone from the car. Is this little piece of equipment right here. It's called the Aeroquip Crashworthy Fuel Coupling. Because of this piece of equipment, it has substantially reduced the possibilities of fire. As you saw in A.J.'s car, when it did hit the wall, it did not break into flames. Where right behind me, this pit was totally destroyed when they were trying to refuel. So they've been able to substantially reduce the possibilities of fire with this little piece right here. It's interesting that the development of the crashworthy fuel coupling stemmed from combat action in Vietnam. As helicopters ferried troops and made raids, they were often victims of enemy fire, and frequently the results were tragic. Ultimately, however, came the design and refinement of a coupling between the fuel line and the tank that would break apart on impact and automatically seal off each half of the hose before it would break, a procedure now effectively adapted to race cars.
The tanks and fuel systems were tested at AVSUR in Phoenix, Arizona, and then committed to full-scale dynamic testing. And the tests were eminently successful. And the valves were used on the now famed Huey helicopters in Vietnam, applied, used, evaluated, and they were very, very successful in Vietnam, such that thermal trauma was virtually eliminated. In 1973, there was a rather significant crash at Indianapolis in which an individual died as a result of his thermal injuries. And at that time, it was elected to study the technology used in aircraft and perhaps apply it to race cars.
Now a feature on all race cars, the crashworthy coupling brakes on impact, sealing off both sides of the hose line, which prevents loss of fuel and substantially reduces the hazard of fire. Well, I guess the proof is in the pudding. A.J.'s car was totally destroyed and there was no leakage of fuel. So this little device, it's been out for 7 years. There has been no death because of fire. I guess it works. Makes it a little bit safer. Charlie?